up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you.
What are your reactions to the 2 days of joint practices with Houston?
I'm glad it's over.
Why so?
So we can get on to the rest of training camp.
Do you find it productive at all?
I mean, the tough part is they're not trying to show a whole lot. We're not trying to show a whole lot. So there wasn't a ton of diversity in the plays or in the defensive schemes. You know, the physicality is a good thing. Going against somebody else is a good thing. But schematically, there wasn't a lot shown.
Was that what you were expecting?
Yeah, just maybe a couple more fights. But I guess there was one on the other field. So little one?
Well, I mean, a little more punches thrown today than yesterday.
Oh, really?
Nothing major.
Forward to that film.
Aaron, Matt didn't seem real pleased with just the urgency you guys are getting out of huddle to the line. He said the plays are being run with a lot of energy, but he's really kind of begging for a little more before that. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, we could probably be a little more urgent getting the line of scrimmage.
Aaron, where do you think the offense is, and where's the line between, hey, we're learning this offense, it's going to be a work in progress, to, hey, we kind of got to get our act together and start really putting together some strong practices offense?
Well, I think before the Texans game, we had some really good practices. I think we were very efficient. We ran the ball well. You know, we're getting into more of our miscellaneous plays and schemes, kind of, you know, installs 6 and 7 and 8, and felt good about the work that we did. But again, you know, this was, as the preseason is, you know, it's kind of limited scheme and, you know, limited pressures.
So you're not concerned?
No.
Were you frustrated in the red zone today? It didn't look like you guys could get anything going against them.
No, not worried about it.
Aaron, one thing Matt did say is once you guys start to run some no huddle, maybe that urgency and everything, that is your area of expertise. Is that something that you're looking forward to really getting to work on? Because we haven't seen a ton of it, even going back to the OTAs at many games.
Yeah, we haven't either. So I'm not sure when that's going to go in, but that is something I'm looking forward to.
Jordy Nelson in town for his retirement. Did you talk to him at all?
Yeah, I got to see him afterwards. Looks like he can still play. Probably could.
Is that a ploy?
No, I think it's too late now, right? Yeah, go ahead and do that, Nagler. It's great seeing him. You know, him and I have been friends for a long time. Great seeing him. I can't believe how old Royal is, his oldest son. Got a great family. You know, it's exciting having, you know, guys like yourself, Johnny, and Jordy around, and anytime we have any of our former players, it's a lot of fun. But nobody, I think, personified class or what it means to be a Packer that I played with more than that guy. You know, he was incredible in the community, obviously a fantastic player. Had that little Barry Sanders to him, you know, he'd score and give the ball to the official. Until his later years, he started spiking kind of on the field sometimes, which we'd love to give him, to rib him about. But a lot of great memories together. Obviously some corner posts over the years that were pretty fun. Super Bowl memories, you know, my first touchdown pass, big third down in the fourth quarter to set up the winning, what ultimately was a winning score. And then just the little things, you know, just the unspoken connection, the back shoulder throws, the, you know, ability to throw it out to a spot and know he's going to be there. You know, we just kind of always had that little ability to click on the field, and excited about him. 4 years, I said, you know, I hope I'm on the short list of guys to introduce him in 4 years for the Packer Hall of Fame.
Aaron, assuming you don't play Thursday, how much do you think you will play
the rest of the preseason need to and want to?
I'm probably going to play, I would assume, in the second and third games. Definitely want to get out there in Winnipeg, for our fans up there. That'd be a lot of fun. But, it's about getting your work done in the training camp practices and, trying to stay healthy and have some efficient drives in the preseason.
You stated before the confidence you have in Danny Vitale, but has he surprised you at all with all the things he can do and all of them?
Yeah, in a non-disrespectful way. He has surprised all of us, I think, with his athleticism. Kind of look at him sometimes, you think, meathead weight room guy. But you realize he can run, he can catch, and he can read coverages. It's been very impressive. He's made multiple plays where you're kind of like, wow, he's going to be on the team.
Other young receivers, Darius Shepard seemed to make quite a few plays so far. What are your early thoughts on him?
Well, the key with him is, he's been really good mentally, not having any mistakes or repeat mistakes with the plays or his alignment. He's finding his feel, running routes. I think he's a very shifty guy. I think he could play in the slot and be effective. I look forward to seeing what he can do Thursday night and throughout the preseason.
In instances where maybe the numbers weren't good to run the ball, and you ran it anyways, just got a chance to see that, see any of that?
Yeah, we had a good amount of that. We did.
What was the result, and what can you run against that in this offense?
Well, it depends. I think some of the schemes are tough with when you're sliding a tight end back to steal the backside and you're kind of pushing on the front side. It stresses the fallback assignments of the linebackers and really the gap assignments for them anytime you're doing that. But, I think this is a work in progress. And, again, it was very, I think, vanilla schemes on both sides.
To that effect, after practice, Matt said he would absolutely love to practice against another team in training camp moving forward year in, year out. It doesn't seem to me like you're a big fan of that. Would you welcome that? And if it were something to happen again, would you have any tweaks on it?
I wouldn't mind if they didn't do it for another 14 years, but I think if they, look, that's out of my control. I think the key for all of us here is how important training camp is to not only our fans, but local businesses. So unless we're going to California, I'd kind of be, bummed out if we had to go to another city. You bring a team in, I understand the point of it. I don't think doing live special teams drills are very, very smart. I think, the PA is going to look at that. For sure. I don't think it's, that's one of the kickoff especially is one of the most dangerous plays in football, and that's why they've tweaked different things over the years to do close to a live kickoff drill. I don't think it's the best use of inter-squad practices like that.
That's how Trevor got hurt on that play.
Aaron, you mentioned some good practices offensively leading into this. Would you have expected or wanted some smoother performances, even with vanilla schemes on both sides, being that it is a different team at least, and not your own guys?
No, I mean, I'm not worried about the last 2 days. It's about lining up against a different team and looking at the scheme that we did run and moving on.
Aaron, you said last week that there might not be much more you can say about Jake at this point. I'm just wondering how different he is, in what ways he's different this year versus last year. Because he was saying that he still has the attitude that he has to make the team, and still has to make the plays like he did on family night to continue to do that.
Yeah, I mean, he should have that attitude. He's an undrafted guy, so he has a tougher climb for sure. But he just looks a lot even more comfortable. He's always been a very smooth route runner, just even more comfortable. The thing you look for, the throw I hit him on in family night against Jair was his late hands. That's just something that's hard to teach. The trust to wait to the last second to put your hands out there against a great defender who's basically playing his hands, not seeing the football. You can't teach that. And the best guys that we've had here over the years, from Greg to James to Jordy to Randall, all could do that. To run full speed and at the last second put their hands up. He's just a very mature route runner. I think he's faster than a lot of guys line up over him, give him credit for, until they get beat on top. I mean, he had Jonathan Joseph, on a stop route that he just beat him off the line and converted it in yesterday's practice. Had I been looking that way, would have gone to the ball, would have thrown the ball to him on that play. But he's just a very smart guy, cerebral guy. I mean, you guys know I love playing with those kind of guys.
Last week you said you needed to see more from some of the other guys in the running back room with Aaron and Jamal now that they still haven't returned. Have you seen some things from those guys who have gotten some more reps?
Yeah, I think Trey has had 2 great days. I think he's really stepping up. I think he put himself in a good position this offseason. Whatever his training regimen was, he came back and looked maybe a little leaner, a little quicker. But he has just such a great pace when he's running the ball, which allows him to one cut and get downhill. And then he does a good job out of the backfield. He catches the ball well. He ran a really nice option route yesterday against man coverage. I think he's really stepping up the last couple of days and getting noticed by everybody.
2 more?
These last 2 days, how has it been working with the other guys filling in for you?
Yeah, those guys did a nice job. I'm a big fan of both of them. Both Lucas and Justin have started at a lot of different spots along the offensive line, and both of them were in there when we played Chicago a couple of years ago when we had the center and 4 guards playing. Just a lot of respect for their approach. Both with a new offensive line coach coming in, really knowing they got to earn their spot. And really making the most opportunity with Corey out. Lucas he's a tough, hard-nosed, dirtbag type player in the best possible way, and he knows that's a compliment. And Justin has really gotten steady at center. I always say the backup center position is a guaranteed spot on the roster. It is. You need 2 guys there. And what Justin has done versatility-wise, I mean, the guy's played both tackle spots for us. He's played both guard spots for us. And then, he's played center for us. Pretty impressive, and a lot of credit goes to him and his approach.
Aaron, you said you're not worried about the offense. What are you happy with right now? Is there anything that you're particularly pleased with so far?
Yeah, I like this game. I mean, I do. I like this game a lot. I like the stresses that it puts on defenses. I like the marriage of the run game with the action. I like our concepts from both stack alignments, bunch alignments, and from wide alignments. I think it's going to be very tough to get a beat on what we're doing. We do more under center stuff, which I'm totally confident with and comfortable under center. I feel like that allows us to get some more one high stuff, as many defenses are basically have checks. If you're in the gun, it's 2 high. If you're under center, it's 1 high. I think it's going to allow us to open some more things up, some one-on-one opportunities outside. Just this minor frustration is when you do so many fun schematic stuff for 8 or 9 days, and then it gets kind of cut back for a couple days. But we'll be on next week, probably playing, and look forward to those practices.